And honor to present to you Miss Shirley Fletcher Stokes. And this beautiful Swarovski Star Award, shining bright.
Thank you, Anne, our new president. Good evening to everybody, and thank you so much for being here. Although who wouldn't want to be here in this incredible venue? A couple of thank yous. I'd like to thank the OWA nominating committee. I would like to thank my menage a trois, and that would be my business partner Kathy, and my husband Ron. He's here somewhere, there he is. I honestly would not be standing here tonight with those two people in my life. Thank you. And I know we've thanked sponsors, but I have to have a special thank you for tonight, and that would be Claudio Guattari, Marchand, and Vogue Italia. What an amazing place to be here tonight in the Boom Boom Room. It's amazing. I have to have notes here because I am nervous. So I'm number 13 on the Pleiades Award, and thinking this is a really lucky number. I feel like a celebrity for 15 minutes of my life. And I heard someone just say this, and I'm going to say it again. I thought it was 13 years, but is it 15 years that the OWA's been formed? We've come a long way, baby. We were just a small networking group when we started, and now we've become this amazing organization with an incredibly meaningful agenda. It's not just about networking, it's about education, it's about improvement, and it's an incredible support for the women and many people in our industry. But like all fledgling organizations, at the beginning we had to have some help learning to fly. And we couldn't have done it without some of the individuals that really supported us at the beginning. And I'd like to give a couple of those people a special mention. One of those is Marty Bassett of Walmart, because he was one who, at the beginning, didn't dismiss the sponge. I think some people said the OWA stood for the Old Women's Association. And he was one of the few that really took us seriously. I want to thank Clear Vision Optical's David Friefeld, because he was one of the first who helped us in our mentoring program. I want to thank Corinne McCormick. She's here somewhere because she helped us get us started and really set a new standard to this kind of event. And that's just a few. There's many more to thank, but they were there at the beginning, so I wanted to give them a special mention. I'd like to say too that this industry, the optical industry, is an incredibly supportive group overall. Not just the women, the men too, everybody. And that's why some of us have been in it 20 years or more. And there's that great song, Hotel California. You can check out, but you can never leave. And if you look around, that's very indicative of this industry. And I'd like to say, ladies here, that the OWA, if you're not already involved, and I'm not talking about just being a member, but if you're not on a task force or a committee, you're missing out, because it offers a world of opportunity, not just to meet others, but to learn. I can't tell you how much I learned from working with the women, and not just women, because men came involved too in some of the things we were doing, how much I learned from doing that. And activities that we got involved in, I want to mention Marge Axelrad. She was a great mentor to me. Lorinda Provoni, because of her solid encouragement and working so hard when we had to go out there selling space, and just the support that she provided to us. And I'm just going to say to all you optical divas, you know who you are. And I want to tell you too, you can have fun. Kathy Ives, my current business partner, and Mary Rose, who's out there somewhere. We learned a lot over our martini, I don't mean martini, I mean our committee nights, when we were putting together one of our first educational programs that Valerie Manso did for us. And then out of that, or maybe it wasn't out of that, it was just happening at the same time, the POWW was formed, and that was Dana Weeks and Christy Walker who really led that program. And I've got to go back to my notes here because I always forget what POWW stands for. And it is Professional Optical Women's Workshop. And if you have attended those, you'll know how good they are. And if you haven't, go. They're amazing. And if you're a member, they're pretty much free. So ladies, I'm saying, and I'm also saying to employers of the ladies, get involved because you will learn a lot, you'll meet new people, and you'll have an absolute blast. I know I always have in all the committees I work with. Might be the martinis that help, but we always have a good time. And all these great programs that we have, someone asked me earlier if I work full-time for the OWA. There's only one person over here, David, who works full-time. Everything else is done purely by volunteers. So get involved in the mentoring programs, the newsletter, the networking, all these events, and you'll have a good time, you'll learn a lot, and I think that's all I want to say other than say have a great time tonight.